Hello guys, how are you? My name is Crystal Moon Tarot and this is Crystal Moon Tarot channel, but my name is Mina. I don't know what's going on with me, I'm sorry. Okay, so today's reading is gonna be what happened to them, okay? So let's start pile number one. You can ask about a person, a situation, something that you saw. I don't know what you want to ask about, but what happened to them? That was very fast. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. They lost a stability that they had. They lost it. They lost it. They really lost it. Right now, they are taking advantage of the time that they have and that the situation that they are in to kind of rest and think about what can they possibly do next. Something felt apart, and it's not as obvious as you may think. They may look very chill, really relaxed, like nothing has changed really, but it definitely has. It has, because they had an stability, but this stability had to end because it kept them stuck in a way of being. And once they got unstuck by this thing kind of falling, they got to see what needed to be healed within themselves and the situation, what needed to change, something that they have ignored for so long. They start to see, to face, because there was no place to run anymore. Like, it came to a point where it hurt too much to ignore it. Before, it hurt too much, so they ignored it. But it came to a point when it hurt too much, keep ignoring it. So what happened to them? What happened to them is that something that they will tell you is, I hit rock bottom, and I realized that what I thought was me being mature, it was actually me being used to act in a certain way to fit in. And I thought that I had matured a lot, because the way they were acting, it was the way that everyone around them acted. So it was like, how could I not be mature when I'm literally reflecting what other people are doing around me? So what happened to them is that they realize, I'm not mature, I'm just copying everyone. That's what I'm doing. And now that I had to realize that my stability, the place where I was stable, it actually hurt me a lot. And they even feel like they were backstabbed, because they started to acquire certain habits that those habits turn out to be very detrimental for them. And they think that either it caused them depression, like they were functional but depressed, or it made their depression worse. But they are blaming this false security, this situation that they had before that created this security. This can be a job, a family situation. And they realized, like, you know what? It made it worse. I tried to fit in because I thought this is the way adults handle themselves. They know they are adults because they fit in with the grown-up society. But they realized that there was a lot of pain and scars, wounds in that environment. Like, everyone acts a certain way, but everyone has their own issues. And we're just kind of playing a part in this big theater, trying to act like, oh, we got it together. I got it together. You got it together. Of course I got it together. So they realize we're playing fool. We're playing fools. And now that this person has gone through that, it has a knowledge that in that environment nobody really had it together or has it together, they start to feel better about themselves, you know? Like, you know what? It's not that I was immature. Everyone is immature in a way or another, but we're trying to fit in to do our best. So what happened to them? What happened to them? What happened to them, Padawan? Fertility. I think that they really needed to reborn. There was not many options left. Because again, the sense of stability, this place where they felt stability, they ended up feeling backstabbed. Like, wow, I didn't realize that it harmed me more than it helped me. So, fertility, please come say how do. The energy is coming to you. Stay open to new ideas. Whatever happened to them, ever. Self-righteousness can lead us down a path largely of our own making that can be personally disastrous. In case you want to read it. Remaining open to cultural and spiritual differences creates the possibility of understanding and connection with others, and can help avoid outcomes rooted in foolish judgment. Rituals, be they personal or social, may be productive in ways not immediately apparent. Yes, because you know what? This is a new ritual, resting. Is a new ritual that they got to meet. You know, before they were trying to do the same as others, maybe overwork themselves, but they realized that it harmed them more than it helped them. And it came to a point when they were like, you know what, I'm really working very hard on this and I'm not getting the payment that I need. And they felt very betrayed by that, you know, because I'm working my butt off night and day, just like everyone else around me, and I discover that they don't pay me not even half of what I deserve, of all the hard work that I put in. So you know what? I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill because I'm not gonna burn myself to the ground for these people or for this industry that doesn't even give me a proper revenue. And something that they also discovered is that it was very tight-knit, that, let's say it like this, like that society, that group, but they realized that even though they kind of like respected others, you know, like respected others, they did not want to be mixed with others. And after all of these cathartic situations that they had to go through, they realized, you know what, it's really cool to open myself to different countries, cultures, and people. Maybe that's exactly what I need to do, because I realized that what I had, it was a false sense of unity. a false sense of security, a false sense of home. It was false. So might as well throw their beliefs of let's just be this tight group and not let anyone in. And they kind of start to detach from this and start to open themselves to other people and other possibilities. Okay? So I hope it resonated, pile number 1. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below, and see you on the next time. Okay, pile number 2. What happened to them? Think of them. What happened to them? Whatever happened to them? What happened to them? Wow. Ooh. Okay. Let me just... You know what I'm feeling? I'm just going to say from the get-go. For some of you, it's going to resonate. What happened to them? They realized that if they wanted to gain some leverage, if they want to be like the number one, if they want to earn some sort of recognition, they really need to focus and even kind of snatch opportunities out of other people's hands. You know, they realize like I really need to become more competitive, to be focused. Whatever happened to this person? But okay, but after the 8? Oh, okay, you know what? What I'm seeing here is that they play a very good game, like a strategy game. They play their cards correctly. They earn a lot of favor, a lot of tools, a lot of money. Someone powerful started to support them more than others, and they got to be in a different place, to travel more, to do more. You know what I mean? Like, to be in a different level. However, they ended up being very lonely. And they had a lot of time to just be with themselves, because they were like, okay, yeah. They were like, oh, okay, if I really want to make it big, I need to focus and really take every single opportunity. Become super, like be very ready to snatch any opportunity that comes along. Like, kind of not in a friendly way of there's enough for everyone, more like I need to be the chosen one. I need to be strategic. I need to be on top. And although they got to be where they wanted to be because of their strategy and the knowledge and everything, what happened to them is that they started to have or become a person with hidden motives. Very superficial, very confused. They, out of being or tapping strongly in their masculine energy and being super, I want to win, I want to win, I want to win, I want to win all, I want to be the best. If someone else has wins it, okay, that happens, but I want to try every single shot that is available and out in the open, because I want to win. I want to win. Me. And what happened is that they ended up spending a lot of time alone as a result, but also with the High Priestess in reverse. This is telling me of someone that has a difficulty to listen to their intuition. it's very hard for them to tap into their feminine energy regardless of their gender. It's very hard to tap into their feminine energy because they honestly, they really need to meditate and try a new approach, because the rational approach will not work when the high priestess is in reverse. They need to tap more into the feelings, into empathy, because they got to be super isolated, feeling isolated. And you know, sometimes in the project, when they are doing something in a project, or if they are a part of a group, whatever that group is, they feel very isolated, and they realize that many times the group doesn't tell them information about the project. Why? Because the group feels like this person is really just looking out for themselves and not for the group. So they are like, why should we go above and beyond to explain to you something or bend over backwards when you only bend over backwards for you? Okay? When you just care about yourself. And I honestly, whatever happened to them is that they had a crush and they had some sort of intuition about romantic feelings that they had or they have, but they are ignoring them completely. They are really into their ideas, into their logic, into their rationality. And honestly, this can even be a woman. Like, don't take it like, oh, that sounds too masculine. No, just think of who you ask. And this person really got into, I need to make sure that I survive. And if others around me come with me or survive too, well, that's great. But you know, they are always looking out for number one, meaning they are always looking out for themselves. And I also think that they started to ignore their inner values out of wanting to win and start to be super individualistic. They start to ignore their authentic self, and that's why they find hard to connect with others. Okay. Whatever happened to this person? Whatever happened to this person? Pile number 2, whatever happened to this person? This person really, or has always been an overachiever, or they strive to be an overachiever, but I think like it's actually making it worse for them and for their emotional health. They feel really alone and isolated, but they were left alone to their own devices, you know? And they don't even know how to keep trusting or how to build something stable and meaningful, because they had done so much already that they are even kind of like in survival mode, like looking out for possible dangers. And it's very hard to make a stable connections when you are in that mindset, feeling that way. So, reverse, new environments bring new opportunities. See, they left. Here begins the land of phantoms. Staying connected to where we come from can offer feelings of safety and comfort when we wander. Staying connected to where we come from can offer feelings of safety and comfort when we wander. A tangible element we can carry with us can be nourishing and bring with it a centered sense of self as we strike out into unfamiliar environments. Keeping home close to the heart insulates us from hostile energies, especially when we are subject to being cast in a harsh light. Wow. Okay. They wanted they got the exposure that they wanted. But when that exposure, when that new level becomes too much to them, they don't have a safe home to get back to. Because of the way they acted, they kind of burn a lot of bridges. They change the nature of that connection. Now those people don't think the same way of them as they did before. For them, they are selfish and cold, distant. Kind of, they feel like there's a wall between them. Like even when they try to connect with them, they feel like this person can't relax. You know, and it's very hard for this person that you are asking about, because staying connected to where we come from can offer feelings of safety and comfort when we wander. So whenever they leave for something, they feel alone. Why? Because they have become so cold that even when they try to reach out, they don't know how their reaching out is going to be received because of how they acted in the past. What happened to them? Well, they had a situation, you know. They are struggling with being authentic. It's becoming too much, and they don't know how to go back, but don't go back, because in a way they don't regret what they did, because it gave them the leverage. They were strategic, they risked a lot and they got a lot, but they are very aware that they had to risk a lot. So for them, it's like, I earn it, I risk a lot. Why should I be ashamed when I risk a lot? But at the same time, they were really always like, if I have a chance, I'm not gonna give it to other person in the group. I'm not gonna let it go. Even if I'm overworked, I'm gonna make it happen. Why? Because I want to be number one. Okay? And that was the struggle, and now people really don't know what to think of them. They kind of are like, okay, you act like you're a one show, like a one-man show, then be one man or woman, you know? So whatever happened to them, they isolated themselves. That's what happened. Even when they are surrounded by people, or they have a team of any way, the team really doesn't believe a lot in them. It's like the team doesn't feel like they can actually trust them. And they sense like this person doesn't even feel very, like they are not relaxed. And when you see and sense someone that is never relaxed, you kind of feel a little bit like, you don't know if you should trust them anymore, because you're like, why you are never relaxed? You look super stressed, so you're making me feel very uneasy. Or they started to become workaholics and they don't find a way out of it, you know? Okay, so I hope it resonated, that it helped you. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.